Hello, good afternoon, whatever, good morning, whenever
you're watching
whenever you're watching, listening to the podcast. This is The View from the Stands, of course. We're back again with another episode this week, and we'll be delving into, as if you might be watching this now, if you're watching it on a visual format, you might be seeing a lot of kits around here. We'll get to that in a bit, and why, and how, and what we're going to be talking about. But I'm Jordan, the host, and we're joined by all four again today. Alex over to the right.
Are you alright?
Yeah, we've got Connell going here.
Finally got my headphones this week.
He's finally got his headphones this week. We've got a happy Connell this week. Harvey, how's it going, mate?
Good afternoon, how are we?
Yeah, we're all good. And Tom?
Alright.
So, where have we been the last week? What's been going on in the football world?
Where have we been? Me and Tom, where have we been?
Tom and Harvey on their big away day.
Yeah, went down to Southampton for the weekends, watched the Villa. Harvey was in the Villa end with me.
Rough. Worst night even ever.
Stayed at Harvey's for the weekend and went out Friday and Saturday. It's good, wasn't it?
It was brilliant, yeah, it was a really good weekend. Villa were poor.
Shocking.
Saints were good, I thought. They played well at times. They started off quick.
Was it a boring game, was it?
It wasn't.
Early goal and a late goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think their early goal just sort of set the tone from minute one, really. But if they play like that Sunday, Villa,
We
they're
were
in trouble.
pants. We were absolutely pants. I was fuming all game, to be fair. You didn't see me in my best light, did you?
No, I didn't see many Villa fans in the best light, to be honest. It was pretty toxic in that away end.
What was the atmosphere like?
For Villa,
Horrendous, no atmosphere from
but
Villa.
I think that's what happens when you
That's
get
what I've heard.
early goal. The Saints weren't bad.
That's the thing.
I was very surprised with Southampton and their atmosphere.
Like, there was a negative atmosphere before the game because I think a lot of Villa fans thinking we're not going to get anything today. And then the players come out, you get behind them a bit, and then early goal, and it's just flat as anything for the rest of the match. Then.
Yeah.
And because Saints were decent next to us, weren't they?
Yeah,
to be fair
they
to
had a
them.
little standard bit, didn't they?
And they're just, yeah.
Saw a few of my friends in that home end just seeing me like, why is he in the, like other than didn't know I was there? Why is he in the away end? He's a Forest fan.
You seem to flip-flop, don't you, around few teams?
Flip flop.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It's just a ground hopper, that's what it is.
All around to different teams.
No, not me, mate. Been to a few stadiums this season. Most away for Forest. Seen us lose. Win.
At least you don't have that in your bio on Twitter, like how many
Ground
out of the
46 out of the
46 out of 96. No, so what else has been going on this week? Obviously, Liverpool nearly, well, I say nearly, but dropped points again.
Yeah, I mean, I never really thought we'd lose against West Ham, to be honest, but that's a bit of shaky moments in it when Jarrod Bowen went through and goal.
A scare, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a scare for the.
But like we were saying, if that was the Championship, he would have probably buried that,
Yeah.
wouldn't he?
But it was at the same time, if he was to finish that, the situation was we had to chip it over the keeper.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was a tight angle. Good save, but
Yeah, onto Watford on Saturday, and what, 3 more games now till title. So.
Is that the soon to the title? 3
Four.
games.
it's 22 points clear, aren't you, or something?
Yeah, I think so. It's 3 or 4 games. It's 3 or 4 games, I think. So.
Do you know what though? I kind of think it hurts a bit less that they've won it so
Yeah.
early,
There's not a
rather
dramatic
than
start.
if they'd won it on the last day of the season.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I would have. It was a more enjoyable season last year.
With the tension of it.
If we had won it last year, it would have been 10 times better. Well, not 10 times, but
It would have been. It would have been better.
Yeah,
It
it
would
would
have
have been
competition.
because it's felt like we've won it since December now, because we've been 20 odd points ahead.
There's a
since
bit more of
then.
a buzz, wasn't there, if you were like last season?
Like when Glenn Murray scored for that, when they were up for 30
Yeah.
seconds.
But at the same time, it's
Squeaky bum time.
your first Premier League title.
Yeah.
You've been waiting this long. Here it is.
It's a bit like if you went and played a football game against a bunch of 10-year-olds. You
Yeah.
beat them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you feel good about the win, but like there wasn't no competition,
Yeah.
so it's like.
But just, I'm surprised how bad people are in the league this season.
Yeah.
Like, even City, Leicester, they've gone downhill, haven't they? And
You would have had a bit more competition if we had signed Fernandez in the summer.
oh,
That lead, you might be 35 points ahead now, but you'd only be 30 points ahead if we'd had him.
Look at
Fine
Chelsea,
margins.
Chelsea as well, gone off the ball, haven't they? Because they started the season pretty well, Chelsea, but they've gone off it.
I think they had that new thing, like new manager, young players, excited, and then it just kind of
I think it got
figured
sussed
it
out. Yeah, sussed out.
Worn out a bit, yeah.
They're a bit, yeah. I mean, I think they're more like the young players aren't the issue at Chelsea. I don't think. I think it's more some of the experienced players. They're really missing. Once you take Abraham out, then you're missing a bit of a number 9 there as well. Like they should be doing a lot better than they should, because I think they've got all right. They had the transfer ban and stuff, and he's had to work with a lot of young players, but that side's very good.
Yeah.
that's like the midfield, especially Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic. It's literally like there's probably not many better midfielders in the midfielders in the league.
Also, with Chelsea's youth academy, they'll have the best youth talent in England pretty much, won't they? Except from Arsenal or someone, because they buy all the good young English players already. So they pretty much have the pick of the whole, all the best players. But
They were doing well in Europe until last night, weren't they? Like they had some really good away wins in Champions League, Valencia and stuff like that.
I mean, a good side though. To be fair, they can go do that to.
Went to pot anyway. Chelsea went to pot. And,
They got Ziyech coming in as well, I know that, so
Yeah.
it'll be a decent signing, I think.
Yeah, that'll be a very good signing. I mean, it's interesting to see how long they'll back him. I think it's so interesting. It's more than what it is at United, because Solskjaer, I think they are going to back him, but he's not. He's a legend, but he's not in the same as a Frank Lampard. Like Frank Lampard is probably maybe the biggest playing legend they've ever had.
Oh yeah, I'd say.
So, him being manager, if it doesn't work out, it'd be a bit like, say, if Liverpool had Gerrard, and they had to sack, and then in the position where if Gerrard was manager, which could happen in the not too distant future, would they sack him if they had to?
I actually think Lampard's a good manager. I actually do. I know that they're struggling, but I think I've seen a lot of games with Chelsea, and I actually think they played really well. And it's just that little bit of not the inexperience or not having the depth on the bench maybe that's just not. I think he's going to do well for Chelsea. I actually do. Once he does this summer, and I thought he did a really good job at Derby. To be fair, to get that squad where he did last season to play a final.
I think he's a bit stubborn though. That's what I've heard from a lot of people. With the keeper situation now, you'd think normally someone drops a keeper, your first team keeper, you'll do it for a few games and then you'd rotate it back or something. He looks like he is now if Caballero keeps having shit games, he's going to keep playing there. He'll keep playing.
He played well last night. Caballero.
He did, none of the goals were his fault.
He made some really good saves in the first half. But I know what you mean with Kepa. You're thinking what's the most expensive goalie?
Yeah.
And you're thinking
by a long way.
He has got to play, and he's young as well, so he needs game time to.
They just get caught on the break. So they play well, and then they just turn off for that split second, and then they just last night, just get caught on the break 3 times. I think it's 3 times, but then
I quite like a lot of their players. I mean, Reece James, I think he's a very good footballer. I think Mason Mount gets a lot more stick than he should. He's not as good as some people make out to be, but he's also young. I think he's got, especially Chelsea fans. I've seen some of them giving him a lot of stick.
They're expecting him to be scoring game in game out, but he's not going to at the minute. He's not like.
Is this talent?
No, Mason Mount.
Mason Mount.
He's a bit like Ali when Ali came on the scene, first season, sort of, scoring lots of goals.
Yeah.
But he's still playing and playing well. He's still going to be in a shout to go to the Euros.
Does Ali go to the Euros, do you reckon?
Not recently, does he?
No.
Off form at the minute.
Yeah, but not in Europe. Do you think he will?
Do you think Southgate will pick him? Yeah, I think he will.
It's just because of his stature, isn't it?
I think Southgate will pick
him. Yeah, but I don't even know. I might be wrong in here, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't made the last few squads or whatever.
I think he's injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was injured.
I think he's been injured.
But we were saying Reece James or Wan-Bissaka for right back, like the second right back.
And Saka as well.
No,
he was left back, wasn't
left
he?
back.
Yeah.
Trent's got the number 2 shirt in it. He's playing.
Yeah, I don't think right back's that much of an issue though, because we've got that is if you're an England player, that's the last place you want to be playing right now, right back, because you're not going to get past Trent, then Wan-Bissaka, then Reece James,
Trippier,
Carl Walker. It'd be the worst position to be for an English player right now.
Almost odds on the second right back will be Carl Walker.
Do you reckon?
I think he's just got those loyalties with people like that. I think he finds it really like we went back last week. We talked about Pickford. I think it's that core group that were in at the World Cup. I think he's going to find it very hard to drop those people.
I think he'll take 3. I think he'll take Walker, Trippier, and Trent.
I don't think Wan-Bissaka will
just take him.
I don't think I'll take Walker.
I think he'll just take him.
Have to wait and see.
If we're playing a back 3, I wouldn't mind him taking Wan-Bissaka and considering putting him in the back 3. If you look at his defensive abilities,
I like Wan-Bissaka over Walker all day.
Yeah, because he's played Walker in a back 3.
Yeah.
I think Wan-Bissaka would work. Because I wanted him to try it, because obviously he's not the best going forward.
Who's that Forest right back? Matty Cash?
I don't know.
I thought he was going to say Carl Jenkinson.
Really good.
Carl Jenkinson.
Terrific.
That'd be like a big surprise, wouldn't it, if Carl Jenkinson gets called up.
He was awful the other day when I watched him. Well off it.
Can't believe he was meant to be some. When he came through, he was like, yeah, he's a bit of a prospect and stuff. I feel like Arsenal Football Club definitely have a habit of doing that though.
Yeah.
Like I know everyone hypes up youth players, but I feel like although they do probably have the best crop of youth players they've had in a long time. I mean, Martinelli, I think is a quality player, and then Saka.
Yeah.
Saka is he's ridiculous.
Yeah,
as well.
Martinelli's a good prospect, and you also got that Nelson as well, haven't they?
Nelson struggled with.
Yeah, he's not hit as like a 40
Okay,
would
yeah.
after being in
Yeah,
Bundesliga.
You
I
can
thought he'd come in and he'd be
Yeah.
like.
You
a
can
real
tell he has a
star
touch though,
forward.
I think. Like, you
Yeah.
can see he's sharp on the ball. I don't think he's ready for the...
He played well in the Bundesliga, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
What do we think of Arteta then at Arsenal so far?
They've had that little bit of a bounce, haven't they, from a new
Yeah,
manager?
but I don't think their bounce has been as big as like I see a lot of Arsenal fans who are now like treating him like he's some second coming of managers. Like I've seen a lot of people on Twitter like, and I know you don't want to pay attention to football Twitter, but ranking him as now one of the best managers in the league. I mean,
No chance.
they've not really had like a new manager bounce. I mean, they're the only team in Europe I think who are unbeaten. Them and Liverpool, I think the only teams unbeaten this year or
Yeah.
something stupid like that, ridiculous since 2020. But they draw in most games. I mean, they got lucky to win at the weekend.
It's just always, Arsenal's defence is always the problem. You know they're
Yeah.
going to ship goals, it's just whether they can score more than they concede.
Yeah, with Aubameyang as well. Like you are gonna likely score more than you concede. Like they're so good going forward and so woeful defensively. I mean,
I want Arteta to succeed though. Well, not succeed so much that they're, Arsenal fans are going on, but I want him to do well. I think he's probably quite a nice guy.
yeah,
Decent manager, nice little tactics, seems like he's got going on. So I think Arteta, I respect him.
I
as a
want to see
manager.
those sort of managers do well,
Yeah.
like your Solskjaer,
Yeah.
your Artetas, your Lampards, these like
There's people we used to watch, isn't it?
ex-players
Yeah.
come in, you want them to do well.
Yeah.
I honestly think Solskjaer will surprise people. I think he gets a lot more stick than he deserves. I think he's not been perfect as a manager for us this season. He's made mistakes, like some of his substitutions, his in-game management's been a bit poor, but I think you've got a manager here who's kind of learning on the job, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not like someone who's like, it's not his first job or anything, and he's like a long time, but maybe a bit with Lampard as well.
That Cardiff
At the
job
start of
for
their
Social
careers.
must have helped out massively how they
Yeah.
got relegated. And
But then, like,
must have learned so much from that.
people disrespect it, like, but when he went to he's never done anything in management, but in Norway, he took Mould, who hadn't won a title in, I think something ridiculous, like 30 odd years, and he won a title with them, and he won I think he won trophies, if I might be wrong, but in like every season he was there with them. He gets the job probably a bit prematurely on a permanent basis, and he struggled, but look at the playing. The people make out like Pochettino would go. I honestly don't think Pochettino would do a job with that team. I don't think he could. If he couldn't do a job to an extent with that Spurs team, I don't think he goes to United and makes some world beaters.
Well,
It's all these new managers. We're at the cycle of it, isn't it? It's going to be time will tell, isn't it?
I don't know what to say on that really. Pochettino at United though. Would you like if you right now could take Pochettino? Would you like if he wanted to come to you
If
instead of like having Solskjaer?
if we were to replace a manager, I would, but I'd rather see us stick with someone because I think just sacking and
it
hiring
don't-
managers is
it
just the
don't
worst.
help,
It's such an overrated thing. People always few bad results. And everyone's like sack.
Yeah.
Because that's worked so well for us. We're on like a sixth manager or something after Ferguson. Like sacking managers
fair.
doesn't work.
Just
Obviously,
recycles it.
it's not the thing.
Well, I mean, if you look at with us and Klopp,
Takes time.
first season we came eighth, I think.
Yeah.
Second season, I think were we fourth or fifth or something like that. So he's like,
Because
I know he had a bit more of a pedigree, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you got to stick with them.
Recruitment wise as well, he had to almost replace a full squad.
Exactly,
pretty
yeah.
much. That's
I
what we've
think
got to do.
he's still
here.
replacing it. I think he's still
Yeah.
he's still got like Shaw, who he didn't buy,
Yeah.
Pogba, who
You know exactly. This is, and it's gonna once it's his squad, and then like you'll be able to say if he gets his whole squad of new players in, and we're still getting bad results, then you've got to look at the manager and say it's time to move on. But I mean, obviously with all these new managers, you just got to see it'll take its time. Arteta, Lampard, it's quite interesting. I think
It's brilliant. It's like FM back 5 years ago.
It's good for you.
Starting FM.
I think you'll see it
5
with-
seasons later. You're seeing Gerrard manager of
Yeah.
something.
No, I think Gerrard will be the next manager of Liverpool. I think that'll happen in
His
the next
contract,
2 years.
his contract runs out at the same time as Klopp's,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
I think you'll see that happen in the next 2 to 3 years. I could see Klopp saying he's done everything he could with Liverpool. Do you think? Or do you think he'll stay long term?
I think you don't know, because if we turn into, I know we're best team in the world or whatever, maybe, but if we turn into the actual best team in the world, we're winning everything, then why would you leave?
Would you say Klopp's one of your top 5 managers ever?
Top 5?
Top
Yeah.
3?
Whatever.
Ever?
We hadn't had like...
He doesn't
What,
get
Liverpool
managers.
or like
Yeah, Liverpool.
managers?
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool managers, yeah. I was thinking you were saying like
Actually, I
managers
think
all
that's
time.
Yeah,
Top
probably.
5, like,
Top
just
5,
isn't it?
easy.
Yeah, probably.
Probably top
Oh,
4, top
except
3.
from Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan,
Bill Shankly.
That's the 3.
Mm.
Then you got Rafa,
Benitez
who
was decent,
Jurgen's
wasn't
plus better.
he? Yeah, probably.
Gerard Houllier. I mean, come on.
Yeah, probably.
Silly question.
There's 5 managers there though that were
Yeah,
decent.
yeah, I'd say top. Well, I didn't see, the first 3, so...
Yeah.
Best
In
manager
your
of my
lifetime,
lifetime,
In your
yeah,
lifetime,
easy.
yeah. But in terms of Liverpool,
He's just like the way football works in cycles. Liverpool have just had it that they've been on like a 5-year cycle. Is it 5 years? How long's he been there? When did he come?
I think it's
Like 2014, 2015?
2015 October, I think.
2015. So you've
Yeah.
had
So
about
it's the 5th year.
almost like a 5-year cycle
No.
to build up to
Four.
where you are now. And they've not. I'm not going to say it's lucky. I'm literally not going to take anything away from them. But now everyone else is kind of starting a cycle. So everyone's at the start of like this rebuilding thing where they've rebuilt. So when now they're just like no one can come closer until at the start of that thing. They could then have to start a rebuild again, and then everyone else like Arteta and stuff would have settled. That Arsenal team would have settled. They might be.
can't imagine that.
I can't see that. Arsenal.
Arsenal dominated
The only-
the Euro.
No, I don't like
That's not
the.
gonna
Do you know what?
happen.
That's almost as bad
Actually,
as
I
them
don't
not
want to succeed.
dominated. To be honest, the thought of them. Can you imagine how unbearable like the
Yeah.
likes of DT and stuff would be?
It would
No, we're the best team
make
ever.
good TV, though, to be fair. Like,
No, not awful.
What then?
actually, no, it
Them
wouldn't.
celebrate
If we
every
make
week.
good TV, them losing in Europe.
Wouldn't be
Yeah,
crying
true.
anymore.
Spurs
missed
Arsenal
that.
Champions League final. Spurs beat Arsenal in the final.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
Mourinho as well. It'd be
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
perfect, wouldn't it?
Harry Kane scores the goal.
Right. I suppose we'll move on now to the.
Sorry,
main
can I
talking.
just say before we move on, you
Yeah.
missed out Wolves in Europa League on the Thursday.
That Ruben Neves goal.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Go on
If-
then. You
if-
love your little Wolves segment here.
If
That
we'd
was a
done
banger, to
the
be fair.
show we'd done last week, this week, that Neves goal would have been in it. By a mile.
Best goal ever.
No, I don't think it beats the
The
Derby.
best goal
one.
ever scored.
You said
You said the best goal ever scored. No
In
one's ever
football.
scored a goal like that.
No, I don't think it beats the Derby one.
I think it was quality
Because-
though. How he knocked off the man as well. That was the chest control.
Yeah,
Was so good because the man was on him still trying to like
Yeah,
get
yeah.
off it. Knocked it down. The connection with the ball, unbelievable. It's better every time you see
I
it.
saw him getting a lot of got a bit of stick on Twitter. Like a lot of people say he's a bit of a one-trick pony. Like that's it. That's all he's got in his game.
I'm happy,
Well,
I'm happy for that.
yeah.
I'd be
To be-
alright with that.
Yeah.
to be fair, we do see it like 5 or 6 weeks. He always shoots outside the box and he always goes over the bar.
Oh.
But then when he goes in the back of the net, you're like, okay, I'll take 6 misses for that one special goal. Do you know what I mean? I think the Derby one though, it was just he messed up the touch as well, but he still managed to get it top bin.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, the touch from the on the chest, and it was. I think the keeper could have still saved it, but I mean, it was
Did you stand up and
quality
go
goal.
shoot when
No,
he took
no.
the touch?
I think everybody did, to be fair. I mean, but
I think
yeah.
if you just to watch both goals, I think the one the other night was more satisfying to watch
Yeah,
because it's
It was
just
like a clean,
it's like so
pure
smooth,
strike,
isn't it? It's just
yeah.
like bang, chest.
Smack.
Whereas the Derby one's a bit like
it's
heads
like
up
you
going
don't know
sort
yet.
of-
But,
So does he
and
get?
it was a bigger game as well.
Does he get your person of the week then? Neves?
Yeah,
Like,
I think so. Yeah. But,
What about
but I think
Jota?
well, I was going to say Jota actually because the 2 hat tricks
Yeah.
and nearly 2 hat tricks, but I mean it's pretty decent, isn't it?
back-to-back hat tricks in Europa League, isn't it?
Yeah, back hat tricks. Yeah.
Underrated player.
We're definitely definitely. I think,
Massively
well, I
underrated.
heard Man United are going to come in from him, but I don't know.
I can't see that, to be honest.
Well, if we
He
if
plays
we
on
win
the
Europa League, it might happen.
Plays on the left-hand side, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like he can drift.
That's
He
the
can
one
play up front
position
as
with
well.
that. We need someone on the right-hand side. I
He's-
just couldn't see that, to
He
be honest.
played him up front with Jimenez on Sunday, so
Jimenez is who I'd take at United.
yeah,
Absolutely. In
you're
a
not having
heartbeat.
him. It's not going anywhere.
I think it's quality. I think he's actually unreal. So,
4-0, we're through. I think.
so obviously, then you're saying Jota, your person of the week.
Yeah, Jota will now.
Anyone else want to give someone a special shout out this week?
Serge Gnabry.
Oh yeah,
Because
he's
he keeps on just all that
Making London red.
that Tony Pulis thing always just comes up that he just said he wasn't good enough for West Brom, and you just think maybe he wasn't at the time. I can't remember thinking he was good when he was at Arsenal, West Brom, but
It's
bloody
mad,
hell,
isn't it?
I
took them
can't,
apart last
I
night.
can't imagine he was ripping it up in training for West Brom and Pulis stood there going, no,
Yeah.
not for me. He obviously
Yeah.
was shocking, at
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
But yeah, it is just funny how you see him doing what he's doing and he couldn't even play.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
point, to be honest. I do I understand it. It's like a funny thing, like, but also people just think that like he was that quality player, what he is now at Bayern Munich, doing it. You're right, like doing it at West Brom. He obviously wasn't.
Yeah.
At the time, he obviously just wasn't good enough. Like happens.
Mm.
People get better over time. Like I was Pulis spoke to me. I was like, right, he's awful. His touch is awful. He can't play, but we're going to keep hold of him because I reckon in 4 years' time, he's going to be an absolute baller. So we'll take all the
You
shit.
can imagine him not being interested at West Brom, can't you?
Yeah,
You can see that.
Yeah, I can imagine like his
I still live in
attitude
Birmingham.
as a young,
Poor
as a young
guy.
player who's probably not interested.
I'm playing for a Pulis side. The ball's
Yeah.
probably over the top of his
It's
head for
pretty
most of
fantastic,
the
I was
game.
gonna
Yeah.
say he probably didn't fit into the style at all.
Pierce probably told him, when you get the ball, play it back 5 yards, please. Don't
Right.
don't
Right.
go with it.
Right.
Don't touch
Tap
it.
it back, run.
Yeah, don't express yourself or anything.
You can take a corner.
But I think it looks like he's lost a bit of weight since he was at West Brom, because he looked a bit,
Oh.
Chubby.
chubby, yeah.
What's his
pretty
stats like in Bundesliga? What's he been doing otherwise? Because I was thinking about this. Like, obviously we've seen him do well in these Champions League games, but you don't hear about him a lot, like domestically. Like when you hear about, obviously you go, oh, like Haaland and like Sancho get a lot of the talk in that league. You don't hear a lot of people going, oh, Gnabry will end up playing for Real Madrid, Barcelona or something, do you?
He won. I know he won Player of the Month like September, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he does buy quite a lot. I think he must have 10, 15 or so. So
I was just thinking you never see it really. Like I don't know about anyone else. I never see it.
I
Like,
don't really see much about
social
Lewandowski anymore or anything like that. Like,
no, he must
Oh,
have
he's
stopped
follow.
scoring. He
Yeah,
was so
it's
good.
because he like just
does it every week.
he did
Yeah.
it because he's had so many goals in a row and then he didn't score for like 3 games. It's like
Yeah.
he slowed down. But
I was just looking. I think Gnabry's got 10 goals and 8 assists, so it's
All right.
pretty decent.
I thought it'd be probably got a few more actually.
Mm.
Disappointed.
Who's the better number 9 then? Who would you right? You have to on the spot pick someone to play up top for your team. Lewandowski or Mbappe. Who's the
Oh,
better number 9?
Mbappe.
Lewandowski for me.
More about investment.
exactly.
I know
Right,
he's
investment.
31.
You take the ages out of it. Right?
He's 31.
For one off game, you want
I
goals.
like Mbappe.
I just think
Who-
Mbappe
who you trusted for
I
goals?
think can break it down. Mbappe.
Lewandowski.
If you mark Lewandowski out of the game, he's not. He'll find like an inch and score, but he's one of those. He's like Harry Kane. You can't. He's not going to take you on.
Isn't he?
Mbappe can do everything. Like.
I'd go Mbappe.
What
Personally.
about you, George? Oh, you'd have both of them.
Go on,
Either.
Mbappe. If I could have
Fine, I'll have Mbappe.
I'd have if I could take any of them, but I'd rather Igalo over both of them. To be honest.
Don't blame me. I was thinking the same Graham. But
Yeah, I'd rather Igalo over both of them. Anyone else want to give anyone a shout out?
no.
No.
Awful.
Yeah, it's been quite an uneventful week. I mean, we haven't had to talk about VAR, even though we could have. I think it's a bit boring. Everyone's going on about the Spurs one.
He
the
should have been
Chelsea
sent
game.
off.
Oh, he should have.
Which he should have been sent off.
That's all we
Let's
want
just
to know.
skip it.
That's
I
all
mean,
we
they
need
won
to
the
know.
game anyway, didn't they? So, should we move on to our main talking point then
Let's go
today?
for it.
I mean, if you're watching it on
I wonder
YouTube,
what it is.
you might notice that there is how many. Someone take a guess how many football shirts are out here.
15.
For people listening on Spotify, there's about 15. There's too many like Liverpool ones, but there's about 15 like shirts. So we thought today we'd talk about football kits.
Loads here, aren't we? Coutinho's,
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot out here.
Italy, Chicago
Now
Fire,
that one.
It
Juventus.
looks like a bit of a Ronaldo's looking over
The GOAT.
Yeah, everything else is on the desk, and there's the gold T-shirt. Should have had someone. If someone had a Messi one, we could have brought one.
Yeah.
We should have Roberto.
Oh, I did actually have a Messi one. I had a Messi one at home.
Did you?
Yeah.
We got you on holiday.
I was
was
going to
it?
bring it in.
We've got a Gareth Barry one.
Oh.
Ronaldo, Messi, Gareth
We need Roberto. We need Roberto's
Oh yeah.
keeper top.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
that's something. So quickly before we get into it, someone did have a Roberto this week.
Oh,
This little segment.
Jesus.
Someone did have a Roberto. It was
Fully.
Fabianski.
It
His
was.
teammate.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get the Roberto goal
Roberto.
star of the week.
We'll send that
because-
to you in the post.
We'll send that to you, Fabianski. You deserve it. You let everyone down, mate.
Like a mouldy glove. There you are. Well done, mate. You've won a Roberto.
Do you know what? For next week, we'll get a little. I want to see a little update on what Roberto's doing now. I know he's on loan
Alright.
somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, I'll do my research.
Yeah, well, I want to find out how he's doing.
Well,
Like, what's the record like?
Well,
Yeah,
how
sorry.
many goals he's conceded?
Back to it. If this podcast ever gets big enough, we get money. We will get a Roberto shirt. Actually, even better if it makes that much, we'll get Roberto
Ian,
on the podcast.
he can host it. Sorry,
Mark
John.
my words. What's the date today? It's 26th of February 2020. We've made the goal of the podcast. We're going to be one day big enough that Roberto comes in, so we can have a chat with him. I'm guessing he doesn't speak any English at all.
Oh,
He'll
he
get
will. He
I
will.
mean, it looked like there was a
translator
few-
as well.
He'd understand it.
There was a few communication errors in there, weren't there, when he was time at West Ham. But yeah, we're getting him on the podcast. We'll get a translator in as well if we have that much money. We can get a translator in as well. It'd be brilliant. And yeah,
We'll just get Bielsa to lie naked just on the
That's still
Because
unconfirmed.
whilst we've got a translator, we may as well bring Bielsa in.
Yeah, we'll have to bring his translator in as well.
He would do the same job.
Who would be your dream podcast guest? You could have one person in football here now. Who would you have on?
Jesus.
Neil Warnock. I think it'd be amazing. I think
That would be
big.
brilliant. Oh,
A 90s Paul Gascoigne.
Gascoigne would be good. Gaza.
Ali McCoist.
Of course. Alan Brazil.
Brazil on the pod.
Chris Kamara.
Graham
Maybe
Souness.
some bootlegger. Just whack him. somewhere.
Bootlegger, yeah.
See what he's got to say about Wrexham.
Apparently he's going in the jungle, all odds
50
odds
to
are
one,
50 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him retweet it himself actually.
The best thing,
Yeah, he did,
yeah, he was. He's obviously sharing it. He's obviously been emailing
Yeah.
ITV like, "Hi, I have." I didn't even realise his name was Carl Phillips. I thought
Yeah.
legally he was just bootlegger.
Because you realise you can't drink in the jungle.
No, it was the thought of like they said, "Oh, when it comes to, like a treat time, they're going to lower in like a can of pills." Though, for, like, you just grab it out of the sky.
Tasty baby.
Just want to see him mixing it up with like people from Towie and stuff and Love Island. It's just bootlegger there.
The sexy shower scene.
Defo washes with like Carlsberg, doesn't he?
What a guy.
Loves it. Yeah, we'd love to get him on one day. Be a great guest. I don't think the union would allow him in here though.
Yeah. He was saying, "Can I bring a 4-pack? You can't drink in the studios, mate. We can't drink water."
We'll go to him. We'll get him up. We'll hire out some mics and stuff. We'll just head to go to wherever he lives. An
Yeah.
away day. Taking
Yeah.
the pod on
Wrexham.
tour. Wrexham. Be great to talk to him. We've gone on a bit of a tangent here. Where were we? Football shirts.
Shirts.
Back to the football shirts. If you could see, yeah, obviously we got a lot of football shirts here. Something that very, very, I was going to say very, very important in football. I think they are, to be fair.
Oh
I
yeah.
think a great part of being a
It's,
football
they
fan.
can't play
I think
naked.
it's something you always look forward to. I know I always do. I suppose. Yeah, see what the Villa shirt is for the season when you know it's coming. It's something I look forward to and think.
I get one every season. As well.
Yeah.
I remember kit launches used to be like a lot more exciting than they are now, though. Maybe we were just younger at the time.
Yeah, they used to get players out and into the crowd, didn't they? And present
It used,
them.
to be it used to be a bigger thing. I remember we used to
Yeah.
get leaflets through the door from United when they released one. You go around, I used to take it into school, it'd be like,
There you
I
go,
remember
lads.
the season we had like the red kit with the. It'll be, if you watch this on YouTube, it should be here now because I'm describing it and it's not as good. But
Cole's got a job this week.
Michael Owen scored the goal against City.
Oh,
in
on
there.
the black.
Yeah, the black thing.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I remember getting a leaflet through the post about that kit coming out and thinking that was minging. I wasn't happy about that when that came out. But
Sorted
obviously
brilliant.
now I like it because I always think about that Michael Owen goal.
Reminds you of Rooney, the bald head.
Yeah,
The
bald
green
headed.
T90s on.
See,
Gloves.
this is the thing. Yeah, that
He was
Been
class.
doing
It'll
that
tear you
now.
up that season. It'll
So
tear you
good,
up.
that
so,
season.
those green T90s as well. We're going to do a separate episode sometime on boots, but those green T90s, keep those in mind because
He would tear you up.
they
with
deserve a shout out. So yeah, I mean we'll start with whatever people's favourite kits will do. First, your clubs. What's your club's like favourite kits and why?
it. Oh, ever
Yeah.
in our lifetime or?
Whatever. I'm guessing it's more than likely going to be in your lifetime.
Yeah, it's
but
probably the better, safe bet, isn't it?
I'd
but it
say
might not be.
when Reebok sponsored Liverpool, I thought that was nice.
Reebok kit.
Reebok, yeah, that was nice. Like the
Champions League. final.
Istanbul, that was
Yeah.
really nice. And when Gerrard just came through with it, he had like a long sleeves, I think, and then a white cuff and stuff
Oh
like
yeah, I know
that.
the one you mean.
That was nice.
The
That.
white one of that, the white away kit of one. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was in your.
Yeah, it's like black.
I saw Chamberlain had it on the other day or something. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
really nice.
that was nice. Yeah, that's mine.
Connell?
Don't know. Maybe the Doritos one. I mean, that's
No.
What was it? Orange with black shorts.
yeah, pretty standard, I think. Yeah.
Orange with black shorts, black socks. With the
Those-
Dorito badge on it.
They're all pretty much similar every year. I mean, I know they tried to be a different issue with the green like Mexican one, but don't know.
Is that playing into the thing with the wrestler? Is it?
I know it's the Doritos that's the link, isn't it?
Well, I'll say a boom, I think. Arriba! I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
That is a nice kit, the Mexican looking one.
Yeah,
I do like that.
they don't really wear it, but it might. I think it's like Europa League away.
Yeah.
Might wear it
Mexican
Thursday.
away.
I think. Yeah.
I really hate it when clubs wear away kits, like when they don't have to though. That annoys me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone's playing in blue or something,
Yeah.
and looks like United who are in red will go and play in their like gold kit or something
Yeah.
for like no specific reason
Mhm.
apart from the fact they like. Obviously, when they now market the kits at such a high price as well now, they want to. I've always feel like now they try to coordinate it, so they wear it for big games certainly, don't they? So.
And see, Villa released their third kit this season. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's green and black, and it's like a take on an old away kit from the 90s. And we didn't release it at the start of the season with the home and away. We released it like a couple of months into the season, and we played Man City away. And normally you could wear claret and blue against Man City. Really, you might have to change the shorts to claret rather than white, but.
Yeah.
And you just see like we wore the third kit as it had been released,
Yeah.
things like that. But I know it's understandable, I guess, isn't it? But
Yeah, you got to sell it down.
don't they?
Yeah.
That's a big thing. What do you think of like when your team has to change short colours? So if they're wearing a home kit, they have to wear a different coloured shorts. I really like it. For us.
I do.
We played at Leicester away in the first leg of the semi-final, and Villa wore claret shorts with the claret top, and it looked so much better than with the white shorts. I thought it looked really nice.
We have the red shorts with red tops. I think it looks with red socks as well. It looks really good. White also looks decent.
Wait, what do you change? So you've got white.
We'd have white shorts for home kit, but if we're playing away to like Blackburn Rovers, they got white shorts on. We don't have to put red shorts on with a red top. It just looks really good together.
Why does that matter if you got a red shirt and they've got a blue and white shirt?
It's for the refs and
For
it's
the
for the
refs,
official.
yeah, so
Well, surely.
white shorts though you can easily like.
But if you're looking for a leg or something,
Yeah.
in
Oh,
the
yeah,
penalty
yeah,
area,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
looking at that, and you've got two white shorts.
Ex-ref.
That's what it's for.
You get all kinds of opinion on here.
Sunday league going round
He
to
turns up.
take your ankle tape off, please, mate. That.
What about Forest then? What's been their great kit?
Home kits. In my lifetime, it's same old really. It's gonna be red. The one where we were nearly relegated in the championship was quite nice. Bad memories with it, but
That one over there.
yeah, just over there. Decent enough top.
With Velios.
Yeah, it might remind you of Adidas. Don't know, it reminds me of her, just a shit team. That's what it reminds me of. But that's a nice top. But in terms of weight though, this one here, that's a third shirt actually, the black and gold for 150th anniversary, that was nice.
Whereabouts is it?
Just this one here, I can lift it up if you want.
Yeah, go on, hold it.
It's the camera.
Looks like a training
Just
shirt,
signed
that
for Forest.
Ronaldo's just fell down a bit.
So, there was actually a sponsor on it,
does. Oh really?
saying Foaz on it, but he was obviously a really bad owner, didn't get him on it, legend I am.
Respect.
So
Top red.
nice top with that one.
So going off of something you said, what do you lot think makes a good football kit then? Do you think it's what the football kit looks like or what happens in it? So what starts the season as, that kit's bad, that kit's ugly, but you go and win the league in it, and that kit's like now one of the best kits you've ever had.
Yeah, I think it starts with how it looks, doesn't it? But then, if you have an iconic player in that shirt, or you have a really good season, or there's a goal that gets played back for years in that shirt, it gets remembered, and you like it for what's happened in the shirt. But I think it always starts with how it looks, doesn't it? So if you look at the shirt, I mean, this one here, this Villa shirt, not the best looking of shirts, but it's the one we got relegated.
Which player does it remind you of when you look at it?
Jordan Ayew, Lescott.
Jesus. That was a bad season.
That was depressing, that was.
Adama. Yeah, just, and you look at it now and I think, that's the one we got relegated in, so it's got bad memories, but it's not my favourite of looking ones anyway, to be fair.
I think that's a good point. Like, would you mind lifting up that Wolves one, Tom? The Watthouse one. I think it's Watthouse, isn't it?
I'll have to watch after.
Okay. I think because that one reminds me of like the Dicko Saccoaphobia.
Did you get that in an XL?
Huh?
Did you get that shirt in XL?
No, I think
XL boys.
I think it's a small bar. It was like 4 years ago. I don't know when it was. But
What was that song? For Dicko Phobie Sacco. Let's
Dicko
all have.
Phobie Sacco, that was it.
Oh, I thought it was Let's All Have Disco. Dicko Phobie Sacco. Maybe it was something else then.
Disappointed.
Sorry, mate.
I can't remember.
No.
I don't know.
That reminds me of when
Mopsy
Isco
might
was
be
linked with Liverpool and that guy was like, let's all have a disco,
Yeah.
disco. What weird time that was.
But I think, so I go back to when we were 2008, 2009 when we nearly won the league. I don't like those kids. The grey one and the blue one with
I
the
hate
colours.
that kit. I just when I see the grey kit, I just
Horrible.
see Vidic face first on the Old Trafford turf.
Against Torres.
I don't know that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but
I didn't like the one last year we had. It was like, it looked like Norwich's kit. It was like more yellowy. I don't know what happened with the colour, but it definitely was
It's
not
got put
orange.
through the wash a few
It was
times,
like
right?
sunshine yellow. I didn't like it. That's why I bought the away one last year. But
Protest was it?
yeah, I didn't like
You
it.
should have written him a
But-
strongly worded letter
No.
about how yellow the kit was.
I put my foot down. I did not buy it.
I'm not buying it unless it goes back to
No.
orange. We've got to go back to our roots.
Oh well, we did this year. So
This Villa shirt I'm wearing now, I think, is a special one for a couple of reasons. Like, it's not
Oh.
like you see, like the make of the kit
Luke.
is that Luke Sport,
Yeah.
and it's the guy who runs that company is a Villa fan, so that was a good thing for the club and like the local area and things like that to have the kit made by him. But then
Wait.
also, obviously, we got promoted as well at Wembley.
What
so
was it?
Was this
Could
last
he
year?
not?
This is last year's
Yeah.
kit, yeah.
Do you think he couldn't afford to? So what happened? So obviously they don't sponsor. He doesn't sponsor him anymore.
He's still
he's a
got
sponsor,
ties,
isn't he?
he's still a sponsor of the club. Like he does, like some of the formal wear that's sold in like the club shop and stuff
Yeah,
like that is
yeah.
made by Luke Sport. But
Could they not afford to have him? Do you reckon he could not afford to be the main
I
thing in
don't
the
know.
Premier League?
Maybe yeah, because we've gone to Kappa this season. It's okay. I like our kits this
So
season.
who's the best kit manufacturer then? All time.
Oh.
Who has the most consistent track record?
I don't want to go full British, you know.
You was gonna say
Well,
Umbro.
I'm going to say Umbro. I think they had nice kids. I think because I don't like, you know, these like new kids. I know because the teams want to do it, so I don't know, so the ref can see them pulling the shirt. But you know these right skin tight kids. I think they look well.
I love it when the dads wear them.
Yeah, it's funny when they wear
Three
them,
XL,
but it's like,
stomachs out here.
trying
Like,
to look like Traore. And
can't breathe.
I was about to
Yeah.
say Alex sounded like a 40-odd-year-old man.
I know, I did, yeah.
And like these Umbro. Like, where can we go back to the days of the Umbro kits? None of all this tight stuff.
Speaking
Puma,
in
foreign brands.
a 94 England shirt.
Hummel.
Great race.
Le Coq Sportive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old school.
Le Chaucer.
Who would you go, Connor?
Adidas, probably. I don't know.
I think
I-
You
Adidas.
can't beat three stripes, can you?
I think Adidas.
I
It's
don't
always
like.
a pretty good standard, isn't it?
Do you know-
Arsenal won this season.
You say Nike?
I'd say from past times, like older kits, Umbro or Adidas.
Yeah.
But if I was to go nowadays modern, I'd go Nike. They're
As
just
of now, I'd go
unbelievable
Nike.
kits.
They do.
At the moment, they've been doing really well with the kits,
Simple,
especially third
very
kits.
simple, most of them, but effective.
I'm excited for next year because we're sponsored by Nike now. So yeah.
New Balance. are right.
Someone showed me a concept one for a Liverpool one next season. It was like black with gold trim. That'd be like they're gonna have some sort of gold thing, especially if they win. God knows what this season. They're almost guaranteed to be rocking about in a gold kit next season,
Probably.
which would be even better when we beat you at Old Trafford, where you're wearing a gold kit with like a commemorative Invincibles badge on it or something like.
What do we
awful.
What do we think to like worst kits? Like what's some of the worst kits you've seen like for your club and stuff?
Ooh.
There's a one like it was like white, then purple. There's like a checkered one
Oh, yeah,
about
I know.
6 years.
Was that
Suarez,
Yeah,
yeah.
With,
I think he's got to get Old Trafford.
with
isn't it?
Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't New Balance, it was Warrior, I think, before that.
I think of Joe Allen, and I think of Jay
Wee Joe.
Spearing, and I think of John Flanagan, and
Good team.
I start crying a bit. But you know,
Good
apart from that, yeah, that was a bad kit. That
I remember when having one. I think it was Sky Bet or something. It was a betting company. I wasn't old enough to have the betting company on my shirt, so I
I've had that a
ended up
few
with like an
times.
orange
Yeah.
shirt. It
Yeah.
was so stupid. I felt walking down the street and it was like a plain shirt. I was
Yeah,
like,
we used to have that with
It
Victor
was-
Chandler.
terrible. I hate it.
Looked like you were wearing unofficial merchandise.
I know, yeah, it's like fake. It's like knockoff.
It's like that England shirt with the 4 lions on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
What's that out of this country?
Yeah. It's when she gets the coat, isn't it? And she gets like, oh look, that's dead smart, that Kez.
Is that official
It's that
merchandise?
official merchandise, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's dead smart, that Kev. If you've not seen This Country, by the way, you have to get on and watch that.
That's unbelievable.
Unreal, yeah. What do you think about England kits then?
I think they've always been pretty good, haven't they?
Some people think that they should always be sponsored by Umbro, but because obviously they're Nike at the moment. Is it Nike? It's Nike at the moment,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
do a tidy kit, don't they?
It's-
I
yeah.
like that one.
That's
I was
yeah.
wearing.
I've actually preferred this to be the home shirt
they didn't
rather than a training top.
Yeah.
they didn't sell it in like Sports Direct. Well,
I thought they sold out pretty like.
Yeah, I was
I'll
like,
go like
You have to get
straight on
online.
the first day. Yeah.
yeah.
And I was sitting in college class like, get on it. Sport Pro Direct. Great top though.
I
But,
actually like the red ones. You remember? I remember
Yeah,
they used
they
to
were
play
nice.
like looked like remind me of Rooney and Joe Cole.
Yeah,
They were
Oh
like-
yeah.
The
It's
red
like
away
a
shirts.
gold number
A
on that.
lot of people
always
think
nice.
England should play in red as their home.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
people
do.
think
I
that.
actually prefer
Really?
the red
Yeah.
kit. Yeah.
The red
I
away
like
shirts
it.
were always nice.
Yeah.
Whenever they make a red one, it's decent.
Yeah, I remember
I
having the
like
one
that.
for South Africa World Cup, and it was a white one with a collar.
I had that.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Oh
remember
yeah,
having
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like back in the days, I used to get like my own name on the back of the shirt, like because I'd had enough like buying football shirts, like get like Ronaldo on it or
What,
something,
Mark's
and then you had to
number 10, was
lose
it?
it. Mark's number 7.
Was it?
Seven.
Tricky winger.
I wanted
Tricky
to. That's all I wanted to be. That's all I wanted to be. Ronaldo. That's all I ever wanted to be growing up.
Ronaldo's
Which you
full.
think is the we had a navy blue one, didn't we? Like the
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
numbers.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was-
think that was
had the
that.
blue collar with the navy,
Yeah.
dark
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of
Oh,
Ashley Young. That
That
kid.
was
I don't know
It was,
why.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
reminds me of
yeah,
Ashley Young. I don't know why.
That was poor.
Do you find that's so weird how these kits just you remind you of like random players?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Ashley Young would not have been like the main man of that England side.
No.
So why do I think of Ashley Young? Like, so just to think of that.
It's like
It's
the
like
Reds.
Villa kits for me, like you know Acorns.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when we had that sponsor.
John Carew.
As soon as I see one of
Barry.
them, I think of Young. To be fair,
There's moments, isn't there, which you think.
Luke Young or Ashley.
Reminds you of that kid.
Ashley,
Reminds
unfortunately.
you of the kid.
Yeah.
It's like the one you obviously if you don't follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter because some top quality
Because
content.
You may as
Had some
well.
good replies, haven't
We have. We actually have got
that's
some
replies,
replies.
which we'll
on
get
that.
to in a minute. But I was going to go to is you tweeted a picture out of the Swansea kit, that red kit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I couldn't tell you anyone else who played in that kit apart from me.
Yeah. De Guzman. Surely.
De Guzman.
He was a baller.
Wayne
Did they have like a
Routledge
bold
as
Wayne
well.
Routledge, yeah.
A bold like
That's the
semi-
Nathan Dyer. Was he?
But it's
Yeah,
such a
probably.
kit, that one. That I love that kit. I don't know why. The red and green.
Or like if when you said about the Wrigley's gun as well.
Yeah, the
Trident chewing
gun.
Tried, not Wrigley's, Trident.
Splash. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's just like so. Say like if you're watching this now, sorry if you're listening to it. I'm going to point at some kits now. So see that PSG one. I only think of Mbappe.
Yeah.
Like straight away.
It is
What
nice,
else have we got
that
here?
one.
So someone hold up some shirts.
We got Coutinho. So what do you think of?
Uh,
Coutinho.
Right, show me the front of that. Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, Stevie G. Warrior.
Yeah, go on, grab this.
What about
shirt. Go on, grab
the
the
Chicago Fire top?
Josie Altidore.
This one. Who do you think of this one? I think Vyman. Is Vyman playing this?
A Banks Blake.
I said that earlier to Connolly, so he doesn't think that was Wyman's season.
Ah,
Like
I don't know, I
Sacco
can't-
sort
I
of.
think it was Sacco and
that
Dick.
Juventus one here. I think of Dybala.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aaron Ramsey.
Not Juventus. Not Real.
Has
That's
Aaron
the
Ramsey
season.
even
isn't it?
played any games for Juventus?
Yeah, yes, to be fair.
Has he been playing quite a
He's
bit?
played a bit.
We've got
He
it.
stole the goal off Ronaldo, didn't he?
Oh, he did, didn't he?
And
Yeah.
a few Forest tops, which he won't remember any players from the Forest team because we were useless.
I don't get it though. How you think of like a specific player? Like when he, like I said, it's not even like the main guy.
Who do you think of that
team.
French top? Your one. I'd probably go Varane or Umtiti.
Which, I don't even know which. This
Is
is.
that World Cup?
Nah, I don't think
Did
it
it?
was the World
You've
Cup.
got a star
one.
in
I
it.
thought it was.
The only time to
No,
win
you
it.
got They got 2 stars. No, I got
Yeah,
this.
they've got
This
it
is Euro 2016.
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
maybe it's not then.
Oh, that'll be Griezmann.
No, Payet, mate. That World
Oh,
Cup.
Payet.
That Euro.
Oh, yeah, okay, so
it's
Yeah,
Euros, it's
yeah,
Euros.
Yeah. That was a good.
Oh,
When it
kickstart.
Euros actually in. Which
It's
year
in
was
France.
26? It was in France.
In
Yeah,
France,
yeah,
yeah,
it was in
And
France.
Payet
Yeah,
scored last minute in the first game.
yeah, I remember. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So it was obviously huge.
They
thing.
absolutely bottled that cup tournament, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That should have been them all over. I mean,
Yeah.
there'll be that back there for the Euros. But Euros, is Euros this
Yeah.
summer? Yeah, they'll be back
Euros,
again in the
yeah.
south for the Euros. I mean, should we go through some tweets now that we've had in?
Yeah, we can. We can
What we
indeed.
had.
That's
We've
the
got
good ones this week, yeah.
we've got obviously the England top from 19.
Gaza.
What's that? 19.
No, we
That's
can
what Alex
see
is
it on
wearing.
YouTube on later on.
The one
so
Alex
we
is
can-
wearing now.
If you watch it,
It
we'll
is.
try just.
Yeah.
But it's Gaza. There is Jordan. That's the one.
Here we go.
That was
Gaza.
from Matt Danks.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Danks, best English kit and player ever.
That's a big shout.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's a big shout.
There's some good kits here. That Dutch one, which you always see. Don't know what
I
year
like
that
That's
was.
a nice,
The
that's a nice one,
orange.
I think Sid's got that. I think he's actually got it.
There's the ice sort of look in the England one. This one as well. I've got a few mates.
That's
with
quite
that
a popular one with
Yeah.
like
Reminds me,
fashion in it.
That's one. That's one people wear to raves and
bucket hats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was that the
you
look
Gary-
cool.
Was that the Gary Lineker one?
The amount of people wearing them about this summer, that blue ones.
There's Forest Green Rovers with their home shirt.
Awful. I think they're so awful, those kits.
No, yeah.
You had any Forest?
It's more of a joke.
You had any Forest Green Rovers kits, Jordan?
I had a few Swindon shirts.
Did you?
Literally like Kerry from this country. I think I've had a few of those.
Who'd you have on the back?
4-4-2 on it.
Not the
I
same
can't
size.
remember. Yeah, all I
Mark
remember is
7, wasn't it?
they obviously I was used to get United kits, and weird thing, the badges are different. Obviously the badges are like sewn on like the United kit. I remember being like felt on the Swindon kit. Really weird. I never knew I wanted one.
It's better than plastic, innit? If you've got a plastic badge.
Yeah.
The Forest Green top was mentioned because of something that they want to do on holiday, where they want us all to wear. The lads I'm going with want us all to wear a Forest Green kit out. 11 players with it on.
But why Forest Green?
They said just pick a random team.
Because the lads.
I know it's lads, and lads, but
Promoting the youth.
11 players in it. One with a keeper kit on, obviously, as well. The Forest Green keeper
that'd be
kit.
class.
One with a manager suit on.
Would you go shin pads and goalie?
Yes, yes, you have to.
Right, okay.
Manager
I'm
suit
with
on
you, I'm with you.
as
Go
well.
live or go home.
Ideally, don't think it's going to happen this one. 3 subs in the tracksuit.
Oh, no.
Don't think it's going to happen, but that is why Forest Green was picked up on here.
Someone
because
said someone's got with the medic with the blue gloves on.
earpiece in, yeah. He's thrown up, get him home. There was AC Milan. AC Milan always do a clean kit, to be fair. You can't go wrong with AC Milan. That was Mark Metcalf.
I liked the AC Milan, the white one with the is it opal? Like
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Surrounds you like
Yeah.
Kaka and
Yeah.
like Gattuso
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
There's a Villa kit here, the Nike one,
That's iconic, that
Acorns,
one.
John
So
Carew
the
scoring in it,
Blue and black.
with
Yeah.
Gabby in the background.
Do you want to drag up the Arsenal one?
Johnny
with,
Warbank.
You
Yes.
know what I think of that kit, Jordan? I think of Makeda.
Oh yeah. That
At Old
just
Trafford.
it's a turn on the edge of the box.
Every time I look at that kit.
Absolutely. It's that he stacked it as well when he had that shot.
I would
Completely
love to
sick.
bring it up, but the Wi-Fi's gone.
There's always one shirt that reminds me of Thierry Henry. Remember the long sleeve
A
Arsenal
long sleeve
Oh, the
Arsenal
burgundy
one's really
ones.
bad.
Yeah.
The
With
burgundy one.
That's
With his
iconic.
Right,
that
moving
kit.
on to Arsenal, right? A club who I really hate, Arsenal. Can't stand that club. Definitely the club with the nicest kits consistently.
Mm.
You go back for all of them.
Yeah,
I don't think they've had a dodge. I really don't think they've barely had a dodgy kit.
It's just smart, isn't it? Just like the white sleeves, the red like
Home
Sure,
and
yeah.
away. Especially their away
It's
kits.
the yellow, isn't it?
yeah, that's
I
nice.
don't know.
Yeah, see, look, so if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll get a picture of
We'll
it
get a
as
picture
well.
of
it, yeah.
Ian Wright in a yellow sort of like chevron kit.
I didn't like their 2015 away one though. That was like, I think it was sort of similar to that. It was yellow with like navy blue sleeves when they beat us at the
Oh yeah,
FA
I like that kit.
You like that
Oh,
one?
yeah, I like that
I
kit.
don't know.
I'll tell you a really good kit when Henry returned.
Right,
From
okay,
loan,
yeah.
but it was
Oh, blue.
the away one where it was like half like blue, yeah, like
And like
a
the
light
sky
blue.
blue as well, yeah.
Oh, that was mine. I'm pretty sure that's the same. Is that not the same season we beat Mate 2? They had a navy
Yes,
blue
yes,
kit.
that was it. That was
blue
the
one,
the one.
Yeah, I remember. That's all I remember.
Really nice shirt.
And if I see that, I think of either Juru or
That's got
Carl
Henry.
Jenkinson.
Jenko.
Oh,
I'll tell you what kit I do like. Do you remember when Gareth Bale did the volley on the inside of the box and he was wearing like the blue one with the collar?
Yeah,
Against Stoke.
Against Stoke.
Yeah. I like that kit.
Yeah, that was
a nice
alright.
one.
So obviously, I said Arsenal are the team who has the consistently best kits. Is there any other teams that you think of who rarely have a miss with a kit?
PSG.
Oh,
PSG, yeah.
PSG are a
But
fashion
they're a
club.
fashion.
though.
Yeah,
they are.
they've got
fashion club.
Jordan.
Look,
on it
if
as
you-
well.
This, I don't want to.
Just do what you want to it, mate. Honestly.
So, I think because
That's a nice.
If
if
not,
you're
we'll
watching
get-
it, you can see it. We're going to get a picture up. If you're listening to it on Spotify, this is a Paris Saint-Germain kit from
Yeah, last season.
last
Champions
season.
League, third choice.
Might
Third
be
kit.
the nicest kit of the last few years.
It was their Champions League kit.
This and the Nigeria one, definitely.
You've got that all black Dortmund one. as
Oh,
well.
there it is. There you go.
Yeah.
It was sent in by Zach. There.
Right. Okay. That's
Yeah,
nice.
completely blacked out.
Yeah.
Everything on it is blacked
I don't know
out.
about that.
So
It's
smart.
clean.
I like that.
So
Black
smart.
away kits are my favourite.
Nice.
Like even
Yeah,
the Puma badge,
I think it looks
even
cool.
the Puma badge, the sponsor and the badge, all blacked
If I
out.
had to pick any colour away kit, I'd like black ones.
Yeah, same.
I loved our. We had one 2 years ago, black away kit,
Yeah.
and it was.
I like a
I
pink
liked
one.
ours. We had one about 2 seasons ago when we beat Arsenal 3-1. Was it the one we beat them 3-1 at the Emirates? We had a black away kit.
Mm.
Oh, it's so nice.
I like
So-
a pink number. Like the
Really?
Juventus,
Yeah.
that Juventus one with Pogba.
You mentioned it though. I really like that Everton one. I
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
when that
yeah,
came
I
out. I
like that.
really like that Everton
that one, the bright
All I
pink.
think
Take a
of
chunk,
is
don't you? Like,
Tin Cahill or Pino. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
think
Leicester
of.
have got one, haven't they?
Man
yeah.
City have a
And
rhubarb, like
United
a
had one.
custard colour, don't
United had one last season, didn't they, with a
they?
pink
it was
kit.
a nice kit, but
I would never buy
It's-
this.
no, it's
like,
Man
an English,
United.
I don't think I'd buy another English club. Maybe lower down the leagues, like a Portsmouth kit.
No, you
There's
can't.
one local about it.
Yeah.
I think Barcelona always do pretty decent kits as well. That's
Yeah.
classic, but
Away
you know
kits
what
are
it
hit
is.
and miss, I'd say.
Kits, yeah,
Barca.
they're good.
But that one last night for Barca was pretty poor, I think.
It's because actually clubs try and go more out, like outside the box for away kits, because they think they can get away with it more. If you have a dodgy home kit, then you're in trouble. Really, aren't you?
I mean, on the flip side to it, who do you think has the consistently worst kits? I'm thinking Man City always seem to pull out some bad kits.
I
But
don't
then
know.
maybe
For the home's
Quite like
nice.
the home, yeah.
The away, I think the away this year is like,
it's
horrible.
awful. It's horrendous.
terrible.
the sleeves, is that the third one or the second one? With
The pink and yellow one.
oh, okay, I'm
That's-
thinking of the third one then, with the weird
black one.
sleeves as well. Like, it has the different
I
coloured
quite
sleeves.
like the black one. The black
I
one's
like
okay.
that
Yeah,
one.
but the sleeves have like it's quite nice, except from the fact that this sleeve's pink on the edge. That one's green.
Just go to Man City. What do we think about them turning up
Double down.
yesterday in double denim?
Oh.
D
squared.
squared.
They get paid for that.
I
don't
saw
they?
that.
Yeah, but
As a
did-
sponsor.
did
I was
it.
just thinking about like that. So
Different.
the meeting when that happened, right, lads?
Mm.
You got to wear these to the airport shop.
Was
Not a
Guardiola in it
chance.
as well?
Jeans,
Oh, please tell me Guardiola.
jacket.
Can
Yeah,
someone
we
drag
see
up
that.
a photo? Was Guardiola wearing double denim? Please tell me that was
I
a
don't
thing.
think he was.
Or was it just the players? Is it?
I don't think he was. I doubt I'll be able to find it, will I, to be honest with you? But it was horrific.
You
wasn't
think
it?
someone like Sterling? He's quite a fashionable guy, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, he
He'd be
must
like,
have- he
"Nah,
must
I'm
have
not
been
wearing
like-
that.
The jeans weren't. It just weren't nice, was it? It just
No.
weren't good.
It was grim, yeah.
It weren't good at all. What I tell you, whose kit I really hate consistently, Stoke City. Their home shirt. I don't know what it is about it. Oh, awful
Just
club as
boring,
well.
isn't it?
No,
Just
it's just I remember I never used to play with them on FIFA because I think the kit's does my eyes in. So I don't know what it is about it. But then Sunderland, who play in a similar kit, isn't it as bad?
I must say, sorry, John Stones is absolutely rocking the double denim there.
See that? I mean,
They haven't shown the whole jeans, because the jeans are like...
Yeah,
Yeah,
but flary
that's,
jeans.
yeah.
that's like a bit, quite well done
Edited
photo,
as well.
edited everything.
That's
like
from
that.
Stat City.
Exactly. Get the real photo.
I haven't seen Guardiola in one. I've seen De Bruyne, I've seen Mahrez, I've seen Sterling, I've seen Aguero.
I think the Juve kids, the stripe before
Yeah.
it went to that one, the stripes. I thought that was always nice, like the kind of gold
Tell you
writing,
what, an awful kit
Oh.
is that West Brom away kit they do.
or the yellow and green.
Yeah.
Ugh.
yeah, that's
sick.
not nice. Yellow and green just don't really look good for kits. I mean, the Norwich ones aren't too bad, but
City, the double denim, David Brent.
Norwich have got that one that where it fades in, haven't they? They've got at the bottom of the
It's green at the
bottom
bottom.
of the
yeah.
shirt is green, and then the shorts green. So it's like a tie dye.
tie-dye
Tie-dye
kit.
kit.
I tell you
Very
what. I tell
fancy.
you, it's not a club. It's a country, but Nigeria.
Nigeria
They always
do.
pull kids out
Nigeria,
the
and their new one for the.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for the Euros. That'd be a bit weird if they were playing in the Euros.
It's
But-
controversial. I've always liked Germany kits.
German, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you don't want to like them, do you?
No.
I want to get to be
Because
fair.
when you
I
watch
want
back the classic games against England and stuff,
The retro
white
German
with
one,
like
but some of the kits are
Miroslav
nice.
Klose in his white one.
Yeah.
I can confirm Guardiola didn't have to wear one, he's got normal stuff on.
But what do we feel that is the cut off for a full kid?
This
What
is
age?
this is what
because
we'll,
this is like
After
we'll end on this
You
today
probably-
for the kit
you could probably go
discussion.
primary school. Nothing more.
Let us know
You
on
can't just
social
say-
media
But
where is
what's
the cut-off
the
age.
scenario you're wearing it?
any
Any
Except-
scenario.
yeah
Like
even
training.
football training, anything like going to a because you see like 5-year-olds. I get it, that's fine. Going to but.
So if we went
If
for a
you go-
kickabout at the
if you go
weekend
kickabout and you go-
so one of us turned up
I'm
in
not wearing a full
in a full
kit.
kit.
No,
As in, like,
That's
not-
not acceptable.
the whole full kit, like as the same season
Yeah,
shorts
yeah,
with
I'm
the
with you.
shirt.
I'm with you.
No,
I don't think that's acceptable.
you can't be doing
Over 7 or 8 years old, I don't think that's
that.
acceptable.
I think it's primary school.
Primary school.
If you're
yeah.
lucky. Year
If you're in year
six.
if you're in year 7, nah.
Well, I mean, like PE kit.
No, like a
No,
full,
like
No, like a
kit.
full
The
like if
full
like a full Wolves
shebang.
kit, like this season's Wolves kit.
The full shebang.
I reckon you, Steve.
Yeah,
wear
he's
full
low
kit.
key.
You definitely
does it,
still
though.
wear full kit. You're
He
staying
pulls-
very silent there.
He pulls his socks up to his knees
Yeah.
on the dinner table.
He'd go into the shops. His mum's like, "You're not wearing that hello again, Connor." I was like,
You're only getting your haircut.
"I just want to go. He's just want to wear the kit." Running down the street like he's a Dharma Traore. What about I have a thing that I don't think people should get like footballers' names on the back.
Yeah,
of
I was
the
going to
shirt.
say, we've got to talk about names, so haven't we?
Names.
Alex, should we talk to you?
We've got some, yeah.
Talk to me. Yeah.
Who do you get on the back this season?
I've got Virgil.
I got.
Oh,
God.
I went alright. It was a panic, but I went to. I went to Liverpool for the final. I was like, I forgot a shirt. I might get one because a new one just came out. I was like, Van Dijk, best player ever. Might as well,
Ever.
I reckon this is my unpopular. I love it as a rule if it's like a retro thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not just saying this because I've got a retro Beckham United shirt and trying to save face here, but I would not be walking about with like a Pogba shirt.
I'd agree with that.
Harvey,
I also
you don't like retro ones, do you?
I don't mind retro shirts. I think I'd happily buy a Forest retro shirt.
I
before
remember
Keane
you
on the back.
saying there was a
No,
for
I feel
Man
like,
United and
I know. I
Liverpool
feel like
fans.
when you go to like a bar and you see like loads of Liverpool fans in retro shirts and they haven't like they aren't there like they haven't supported Liverpool in that year. Like, do you know what I mean? Like there's those fans which try and be fans by getting that sort of top and they don't.
Yeah,
have,
what if
like,
you're a
there's no need to get
what if
that.
you're a massive fan but you just like the shirt?
Well, you get the shirt then.
But what if you-
I've
what
not
if
got
you-
that's the problem with it. I just think that's why some people do it.
I got a Wolves retro.
What? So the point is, it's like people do it to show they're like a top fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that.
And
Okay.
there's no
I
need
think-
like.
It's cheaper as well, isn't it?
What,
Instead of buying
retro?
one every year.
I don't know.
You get them on like Depop. No, if you can get them on Depop.
Give me like
Depends what
20,
it's
30
on,
quid.
So you're saying if you think you can only get a name on the back of a retro shirt, if Alex has bought that, let's say in 20, 25 years' time, or
I'd
something,
accept it if he
you've
was
still
wearing
got
that.
You probably won't fit into it by then, but you know.
Probably in the bin. He'd be elite.
That's then a retro shirt, but you bought it back then. Then it's like you're glad you got the Virgin on the back then.
You know,
Whereas
people,
now you wouldn't wear it.
people have been
Virgin.
rocking about that
So-
shirt as a retro shirt.
I'll tell you what I don't like at the back of shirts. Nicknames.
Yeah, that's part of
I
that.
hate
Yeah, I always see
nicknames.
like
It's
Best
like a-
best dad or something like that.
Yeah.
old git 40,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
red tin.
Hate that. It's just cringe.
Someone who gets like a 69 on the back of their shirt to show they got banned.
Legend.
Oh, you're nutty, mate. Whoa.
One thing that annoys
I also-
me.
Or your name and your age.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's more of a
yeah.
young
I've had
thing.
that.
That's
I've
a
had
young
that.
thing though, yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to
That
do
is-
that. To be fair.
that
I
is a
don't
young
mind if
thing.
you're young, but like.
Turns around now and you find Tom 19 on the back of the shirt.
To be fair, I also don't mind like if you don't like if it's like a foreign club and you get their shirt and get like their best player. I sort of understand that as well.
Yeah.
So for example, I've got a PSG top. If I had Mbappe on the back, I wouldn't mind that.
So
Just
basically,
like a-
I'm just not allowed to get a Liverpool player.
They
So the
pretty
rule
much-
is
I see the rules. Okay.
Pretty much, mate. Right.
I'm sorry.
I think the main rule is just do whatever you're happy, buy the best kits you want to have.
As long
Enjoy
as it's
yourself.
I think
Enjoy yourself.
another rule that we should write down is no one younger than you. So if I can't get Mbappe because he's younger than me. I think that's a bit weird.
Is it?
Getting a younger person on your
What, so you don't want 40-year-old guys wearing like Greenwood tops about
no, that's really weird. I think.
Look, well, older guys can't wear any top. for
Exactly. I think if
football.
you're 40, 50, I don't think you should have a
It's
name.
game over.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
I don't think.
If it were up to you and you're in the club shop and you
We're
go
making the
up,
rules.
it's like, yeah, I want that
Who-
on the back of the shirt.
who's
No
36-year-old got Gary Cahill on the back.
Who's the weirdest person down your back before?
Charlie Adam.
Charlie Adam.
chance. Yeah, Charlie Adams shirt.
Basically, my dad, in his infinite wisdom, thought, oh, he's left-footed, I'm left-footed, but, decent pass of the ball. I'll get him Charlie Adam, and it didn't.
I'm still here today doing podcasts instead of
Yeah.
playing football. For
Exactly, so,
Always next season.
That's one thing I don't think I've ever had. I don't
Really?
think I've ever had a shirt.
I thought you'd be the
No,
kind of guy
shirt
to
back.
absolutely rinse that and get like.
Blank shirt number
Yeah,
10.
but I wouldn't know who to have.
King
That's-
Nevers.
Well, I wouldn't know who to have. That was the
I
thing
think-
like you were on about earlier.
I've had Milner, I had Barry, I had England one with Gerrard on the back.
I've had a Gerrard.
Unless he was like a proper legend, then
I've had Jamie Patterson on my back only because a Sombalonga didn't fit on my back, so I had to. My dad called up and went, they can't fit a Sombalonga on your back. What do you want? Fine, I have Jamie Patterson. He's then since played for Derby. Thanks, Jamie.
Just remembered I actually went on holiday once and got a Barcelona shirt with AVFTS on the back.
That's nice.
And then the
That's
street sellers were like, why have you not, they're like, trying to haggle, like, oh, you get Messi shirt, like, sort of thing. Like, why, this was like 2010, 2011 it would have been then. Like, Messi was, how good was he back then?
Oh yeah,
He's
wasn't that,
still
when he-
amazing.
Prime,
wasn't that when
pretty
he-
much. Yeah.
against Man United? When he
That's when he had his long
This was
hair.
about a year, I think this might have been about a year or two after he scored the header against us in the final. But
That was like his
in
Bob and
between
his
that
long
period,
hair.
he scored the header against us in the final. But before they beat us 3-1 at Wembley.
Right.
So I mean, David Villa was good, but I don't ever remember liking him slightly.
So you just thought, get him.
I remember when he first came onto the scene at the Euros, I thought his name was David Villa.
David Villa, the English.
I'm still not convinced.
English
English version of him.
The Rochdale strike.
Right, so if anyone has any other like good kits you want to send in to us, I mean, we could end up doing a part 2 of this. Like, in a few weeks' time, we're probably going to do boots as a separate episode because obviously this is a good little thing to talk about because football boots, same as kits, have the same associations with certain players.
Connor has got a big job on YouTube still here to get a load on.
Yeah.
Well, I know another YouTuber in this room
I can do it.
who's done his fair share on YouTube.
Oh, God, yeah.
Alex got a great story about YouTube once. Alex,
Yeah.
you got to share it.
Go on.
Right, well, I was about 12 or 11, and Man City had just beat Man United 6-1. I was like, right.
Shut your ears.
I got to earn my money, so I'd got my iPod Touch out, got my mum's like iPhone 4,
You're at your grandma's.
at my grandma's, got YouTube up, filmed the highlight of this random like website, then went, alright, I'll stick on YouTube.
50,000 views later.
Went to sleep. It was about 5 hours. I was like, right, I'm making a name for myself. Refresh. Woke up with 50,000 views. Woke up to a message on my YouTube account saying, right, this is copyright, and if you don't take it down, we're gonna sue you.
12-year-old, you must have been shitting yourself.
So basically, deleted the channel, shut it down. You know,
Cried to mum.
cried to mum.
Wait,
It's the last
so-
time you'll see me.
So it
So you
was
literally broke YouTube.
Pretty much,
filming the highlights that were on the phone
on my iPod.
on your
Touch.
iPad, so it's just you stood there like that. Is.
Not iPod, like
Oh, with an iPod like
the Year
this.
7 like iPod Touch,
Like-
but you know,
The
like
level
that big.
How many dislikes did that have? Were the people not happy with the quality of it? So I
God,
don't imagine that was the
There
best
were-
quality.
Alex, every time you was walking down the street, but the next week, and you saw a police car, you was
Yeah, I was like,
Going through, here's a knock on the door and
Mum,
he's just
hold
in under
me.
his bed. Goes to jump out the window. Wasn't me. Gonna get nicked for this.
yeah, I mean that's where the fame started, and that's where I've kept my head down
That's a
ever
great
since.
little story. I wish you'd kept the channel or something then. It's just like 40 subscribers. People want to get more highlights. I'd just love to think that in the reflection of the screen, it was just him stood there with an iPod like this. Like you could see it in the screen.
And
at that
his mum
time.
shut the back. Alex, tea's ready.
Shut up, shut up, I'm watching.
Shut up, Mama. I'm filming the football.
We're gonna be rich.
Right, we'll move on now from kits. Just quickly before we go, we'll have a little fantasy update. So,
Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure, did
Never
I have the
trust
best
the
game
Wi-Fi,
week this
yeah.
week?
Who had the best game?
Tom, wasn't
Tom.
I don't know. I don't want to.
64
Why not?
points was Jordan with the best game week. Tom was trying to blag it as his.
I got 61.
Who'd you have, Jordan?
Oh, let's
Did you
go
have-
into it. You'll get it up here if you're watching it on YouTube. Should do.
Connor, mate, you're going to be working like no.
Sorry, increase the
editor.
workload.
Imagine a Man United fan succeeding off Liverpool players. God.
Yeah, he was my top scorer, Salah.
Wish it would load.
Arnold.
We actually all had a decent game week there. We're all pretty close, to be fair.
Schmag say with purpose.
Except from actually no, Connor's not too far for Alex.
What did I get?
54.
I got
58.
49. didn't I? I get 49.
Yeah.
49. Yeah, it's
Alright,
it's all right all round. The average was 45. Yeah, who did you have then, Jordan? You had a lot of.
Stuff top.
How did you get 64 points off that?
It's awful, isn't it?
How?
You've turned it around.
It's kind of
I'll
like
give
an
you that.
average, isn't
I was
it?
bottom for ages,
Yeah.
and now I'm second.
The worst
Yeah,
thing about mine was
Schmeichel.
Schmeichel on the bench with 12 points and Henderson in my team with 2 points.
That's
That is awful.
It's your own fault, mate.
What do you reckon then? Predictions by the end of the season, is Harvey Lawrence going to...
Harvey to win the league.
No.
77 to 1.
Sorry, but no.
I don't think.
11 games
I
left.
don't think.
You're
I'll be,
over 100 points behind the league.
I don't think I'll be bottom by the end of the season.
I don't think you will.
And that's
you've
an
got,
achievement.
You've got a free hit and a wild card to play.
That's
You're
I've-
and a bench boost.
You're
I've-
30
I've-
points
I've-
behind the fourth.
30.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I've absolutely cocked it up.
That's
this.
all right.
Is it?
30 points. You can get.
I've got 5 players playing.
For
this
example,
next
if he
week.
gets 30 points, yeah, I've got a full team
Yeah,
next week.
I've got 14.
I reckon I'm
I've
going to overtake you, Connell.
Do you?
This
Well,
week-
you can dream on, Jordan.
You know, in football,
Fight
like,
and talk. I
sometimes
like it.
things happen, like Leicester winning the league, great underdog story. Remember, I was last for a whole half a season. I'm not saying it's better than what Leicester did, but I'm saying it's a lot more impressive, to be fair. Like, I didn't fluke it either. Like it's been strategic.
Mm.
I was like, if you start slow.
You've got a whiteboard in your bedroom.
Yeah, I'm planning it. Got my little.
I did that as well.
You got my face on a dot.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Keeps me up at night. This does.
I thought I'd start slow as well, just
I absolutely bottled it this season.
You have been.
I was.
Do you remember when he was going?
I was
Cruise
battering.
control for a reason.
Oh.
You're not talking about Tony Cruz anymore, are you?
Look who's top again.
I just folks.
Who's your picks for next week? Who's going to be your star man?
I don't know.
Let's have a look.
Get Bruno Fernandes in.
Mine's definitely going to be Mane.
I put Pepe in thinking,
Salah.
oh, it'd be great, and then he don't have a game. So
Lots of
Yeah.
Danny Ings as well,
So
actually.
you're not doing your research, mate. You got to look at that.
if I'm just too casual about it,
Danny Ings.
I put Bergevin in.
Oh yeah, Stevie Wonder.
I think.
Bergwijn, I think, is it?
Yeah.
Bergwijn, something like that.
Oh, sorry, got to translate, but
That's the right song there for.
Here comes Danny Bath.
Here we go.
Danny.
It's not Danny Bath, is it? It's Danny Bat.
Danny
Bat.
Bar, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not Bath, is it?
Oh,
No, it's not Danny.
It's not
not
Danny
Bath.
Bat either.
That's
It's
what
not
you were
Danny
saying.
Bat.
It's
Danny-
Danny Bar.
It's
isn't
Danny
it?
Bath.
You
Danny
said-
Bar.
Danny Bath.
Danny Bar.
It's not as in like what you have a washing, is
No,
it?
no.
No, this is what
Danny
these two
Bar.
are saying.
It's Danny
Oh,
Bar.
isn't it?
Every old man in this dog calls him Danny Bath.
Danny Bat. I don't know.
They definitely weren't that. Right, on that, I think we'll leave it there, to be honest. Cheers to that, lads, and we'll be back with more
It's been
football
absolutely
pronunciations
dessert
next
today,
week.
isn't it?
Like always,
It's been
remember
crazy.
to like, listen, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, tweet us. It's good when you interact. Obviously, we can do things like we did today. Pull up your tweets and keep on interacting. We'll be back next week with another episode. So cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.